This is Carrie Rhoades with CarrieStamps.com, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach. Today in my video, I'm going to be showing you 3 ways to use the Note Pocket die. One of the ways is to make the pocket. This is what it looks like when you die cut it, and it has a pocket so you can put insert in it. And I'm going to be showing you 2 additional ways to use the die to dress up your pocket. So stay tuned and I'll show you how to make this cute card. All right, let's get started. The stamp sets I'm going to use today are the Just Because ATS stamp set. It has 3 images in it. We're going to use the flower and the leaves for our card. And we're also going to use the tag elements. This is an ATS stamp, but look how many stamps are in it. 19. We're going to use the little thank you one, but they're teeny tiny and just really cute. And then one more stamp we're going to use is the dotted or graduated dots background stamp. This was my first Fun Stampers Journey stamp. I love it. And we're also going to be using the Note Pocket die. I'm going to show you 3 ways to use this, or 3 different ways. We're going to put them all into one, like I told you, for this card. So the first one is to just go ahead and die cut it. It fits really nice, as you can see, on a half sheet of cardstock. So that's 8.5 by 5.5, and then you've got extra there to save and use for something else. So here we have our pocket, and then I'll show you how I did this piece that goes behind the pocket itself, just to make that opening pop. You're going to start with a 1-inch strip, and we're going to take that over to our platinum machine and we'll die cut a piece with this die. All right, we have our 1-inch strip of watermelon fusion. It's about 4 inches wide, and we're going to lay that down, and then our Note Pocket die on top of that, getting the top of the die almost to the top of the paper. I've got my magnetic plate on the bottom, then a cutting plate, and then I'll put the last cutting plate on top to finish off my sandwich, and we'll crank that through. There you have it. Now that you've die cut that, we're going to discard the top piece. We don't need that. And we are going to use this piece right here. You can see where the score lines are, and we're just going to snip off those little pieces like that. And then we can go ahead and glue this onto the pocket. I'm using our Joureny craft glue, and I just need a little line. You don't ever want to get too much glue or too close to the edge, because when you glue, it can squish out. So now you just want to make sure you're lining up the edge of the pink with the score line on the black. So let's get a closer peek at that, see if I like it. I think I need to just snip a hair off of this side. You just want to make sure that you're going to be able to fold your tabs in and it's not going to get in the way there. See the cute little accent, and then it doesn't show on the back because it's going to be folded up. All right, now let's talk about the piece that goes on top of this. We're going to bring our die back in, and a scrap of whipped cream cardstock. We're gonna, this is the front, the top of the die. This is the bottom of the die. You can see these little edges here. That's what the die uses to cut. So we want the cut side up. We're going to lay that on here, and we're going to trace this opening. Now you can see that this is backwards, right, of my pocket piece. We want that, the pencil on the back, so when we cut it out we won't see any pencil marks, right? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and stamp this with our graduated dots background stamp, and black licorice is the color we're using. I really just need a small portion. It's a small piece, so I'm going to ink up like the middle section, because the dots are really close together at the bottom and they get farther apart at the top. So I think just the middle will be great. I'm going to lay that on there. I'm going to use a scratch piece of paper to cover it so I don't get inky. Hold one side and rub with the other instead of trying to take a giant stamp. That way it will be kind of hard to handle. So see, we have our dots here and our lines here. So we'll go ahead and cut these out with my Details Pro shears. Love these little guys. Did you guys know that these scissors are self-sharpening? They get sharper the more you use them. Also, these scissors are adhesive resistant, so you're not going to get them all sticky. All right, so now we have our panel that we can layer on there. Isn't that cute? All right, so we'll glue that on with some craft glue. And just center that up. All right, then we can go ahead and put our pocket together. So I like to fold my pocket forward. All my score lines I fold forward and then back. And to adhere this, I like to use our white liner tape. It's a huge roll. A ton of tape comes on here. So we're going to put that on the tab, tear it, put it on the tab, tear it, and oh, here we go, my crease tool. I like to burnish it a little bit. My paper is going everywhere. Sorry about that. And if you burnish it, it makes the ends easier to peel off. All right, then we'll fold this around. And to ensure that it's going to stay shut, I'll go over it with my crease tool again and tuck that in. There we have that. Now let's make the cute parts. We have some more whipped cream cardstock for stamping on. And the colors I'm going to use for this card are, oh, let me put my black away. Limeade Splash and Watermelon Fusion. So for the flower, of course, the Watermelon Fusion. Both of these colors are from the Party Pop collection of colors. I feel like I need to switch hands there. Okay. Well, my scrap of paper I set aside for this is just the right size for my flower. And then for the leaves, the Limeade Splash. And I'm going to use the same leaf 2 times. Look how nice those stamp. Love it. Okay, we'll bring back in the Detail Pro shears and cut this out. There's no die for this flower. So this is where your Detail Pro shears become your friend. And my tip for cutting out images so they look like they're die cut is to give it a little bit of a border all the way around. And when you're cutting, turn the paper instead of turning your scissors. There we have our flowers, and we'll go ahead and glue these together with my craft glue again. I'm going to just put a tiny bit of glue here and then overlap my leaves. And the glue gives you a chance to wiggle them around and arrange them how you want them. And then we'll glue that to the flower. So a little glue on top of there, and then we've kind of got one piece now. So that makes it easy to put your foam squares on the back and pop it up, which is what we're going to do. And I also added a little strip of the Limeade Splash cardstock for just to accent and bring out more of that green color. So I decided I wanted about 2 rows of the dots showing. Well, this is just a 1/4 inch strip here, and I'm going to have it go all the way to the edge of the black, just like it's anchoring everything down. And then I'm going to use my snips here and snip off this excess. Awesome. All right, then we can go ahead and pop this cutie up. Okay, so I'm going to have it go off the edge just a little bit. Okay. Next, we're going to do our little thank you tag. So let me bring in my punch here. I'm going to show you our punch system. This is our tag punch cartridge. You can see there it shows you what it is. Here's the tags. It punches out 3 different tags at once, all with holes in them. And then you need our handle to punch. So you unlock it here, it opens up, and then you're ready to put your cartridge on. You want your flower, see the bloom there? You want it towards you. And then you're going to lay it flat and slide it on. Okay, now you have the blooms matching up. That's how you know you've done it right. The image showing what punch it is always at the top. And then you can bring in your paper, it slides right in. And this handle is made to sit flat on the table, and then you just press down. And out comes my tag. See, I only needed this one, so you just save those other ones for another project. And we'll stamp this one with the little thank you that came in my Tag Elements ATS stamp set. And it fits so nice on there. Look how cute. Teeny tiny tag. All right, then I did add some of our black licorice twine and tied that on in the hole. And I'm just going to tie a little bow. All right, we're going to put this on with a foam piece as well. All right, look how fun and easy that is. Now we're going to spruce it up a little bit. We're going to start with some sparkle silk. You can see there it's clear, and then at the bottom there's the shimmer. So you just need to shake that up. You can hear the little bead in there, agitating it up so we get all that shimmer mixed in with the liquid. First thing I'm going to do is paint some in the center of my flower. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it a little splattering also, because sparkle silk is my favorite. Then if you feel like, oh, I need some here, you can always touch the brush down and get some sparkles where you want them, little more splatters. Okay, now here's my favorite thing, and that is Joureny Glaze. It's a mix between a glaze and an enamel, and it dries crystal clear. So if it gets clogged in there, just clear it out with a little straight pin. And I'm going to put the glaze right over the center of my flower where I put that sparkle silk. And it's going to look like a pearlescent bead or something on top there. I just love these two together. It's so cool. Let me see if you can tell on the finished one. Maybe right there. Anyways, it's really super pretty in person. So go ahead and make sure you cover up that Joureny glaze. You can even tap it down to get some of that out of the tip there. Then we just need our insert, and this card is ready to go. So an insert for the note pocket die is 4 5/8 by 3 1/8. If you get this die, you could just write that down on the packaging for the die. That's what I did, so every time I get it out I don't have to remeasure and figure out what the sizing is. So I'm just adding another piece, a little 1/4 inch strip to the top here so it mirrors what's going on in the bottom of the card. And see how I have that glue sticking out there? I don't have to worry about that because I have my adhesive resistant scissors. And glue being wet, it might get on here, but it just rubs right off if it does. It's fabulous. Okay, so this little guy slips in here. You write your cute little message on there, and you have a fun card ready to go. And then you could slip something fun in there too. A gift card, some candy, money. I like money. Money's good. All right, so there you have it. And let me bring this back in so you can see this note pocket die. Here's where I wrote the measurements. So I have it every time I need it. I also wrote down the size if I wanted to put this on a base. So it's a really fun die. I've made lots of things with it. You can check out my other video I made the other day. It also showcases the Color Burst pencils and this pocket. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Also, if you would like to buy any of the things that you've seen me use today, you can find me on my online store at www.funstampersjourney.com/Carrie Stamps. And then I like to share all my creations with you at my blog. That's carriestamps.com. So thanks for hanging out with me today and letting me share with you what I love. I look forward to stamping with you again soon. Bye-bye.